Back to my mental health and crime channel. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions. This is the body cam of 1122 King Road on the 13th of November 2022 at 12:13 in the afternoon. This is Jack DeCall, Kaylee, his ex-boyfriend. They broke up 3 weeks before the unalivings. Jack D comes to the scene, and I'm really baffled why he's hiding his right hand. I've spoke about Jack D plenty of times. I always believe his hand and fingers looked swollen, inflamed. I'm not trying to say that he was involved in the crimes, but it's just a coincidence. The timing of the crimes and the next day how his hand looks swollen. If you'll have noticed, when we get a bruise or swollen on our face or on a hand, it does get swollen maybe a couple of hours later. It starts getting swollen, but then it starts really getting inflamed the next day and the day after. Why would someone come to the police, to the crime scene, and keep on hiding one of his hands behind his back? I find that to be strange. I don't see any sobbing or crying or people surprised or nothing of that sort. I know their faces are blurred, so obviously we can't see the eyes if they're crying or not. But your body actions would tell a lot. Your breathing. This is your ex-girlfriend you dated for 5 years. Maddie was a good friend of yours. Allegedly. We don't know anything anymore. But that's what I would have assumed. Why didn't he step aside and call Katie's mother and father? Didn't Christy say, Katie's mother, I thought not to panic. If anything happens, Maddie would call us. Or Jack D would have called us. Jack D called. How come I don't see you asking about Murphy, your dog? Look at his hand. Even this hand looks really dirty. He's clearly hiding this hand. It's not even in his pocket. It's in his pants. And it's not for a second. He continuously is hiding that hand behind his back, in my opinion. Now let me start by saying trigger warning. And remember, this is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions. We can agree to disagree respectfully. Now pay attention when I zoom into his hand. Is that a cut? What am I seeing here? If this hand has a cut, imagine the other one. What am I seeing? That is red liquid, I believe. Jack D, where were you that night? Somebody told me yesterday in a live stream. Huda, what are you going to say now? Jack D, his hand is clear. It wasn't swollen. Then I would tell the person, you better need to zoom in and zoom out. I analyzed from the beginning that Jack D, his hand was swollen from day one. Could we have one of the alternative suspects here, in my opinion? What are we seeing? I was waiting for this body cam patiently. We don't need to be a detective or anyone to know what a cut in the hand looks like. Could you have been the one chasing Katie up the steps? Is that why DM gave us a total different description? Someone who looked like BK. She would have known Jack D's description well. Right from here, just zooming out, you can see something is not right with his hand. It's swollen. Wow. This is heartbreaking. Crime of passion. That is what the mayor said. Let's not forget those lines. That is not something a mayor would say out of the blue. He must have heard it from his corpse, in my opinion. Crime of passion. Is that why they put you in the cruiser? Why don't you put the other hand down so we can see what you got on there? When I've always said it's a fraternities, allegedly, sororities, allegedly, surviving roommates, I've always said that I don't believe it's anyone from Idaho or Boise, Idaho, or the Aryans. No. They wouldn't take a risk like that. This is the fraternities that had a party that went out of hand. What's up, Jack D? Were you upset that Katie was moving to Texas? I always knew there was something fishy about Jack D, in my opinion. Because BK is a stranger. BK had no motive. He doesn't even know the victims. He doesn't even know the surviving roommates allegedly. Although I believe he knows Bethany Funk, and she could have framed him, in my opinion. I always kept an close eye on Jack D because Murphy was alive. Why would BK care about a dog? After all, they're accusing him of doing a quadruple. Why would BK leave DM standing so that she can testify against him? Doesn't make sense. This man's fingers don't look right. And when I said his fingers were plastered the next day, that it had band-aids, I wasn't wrong. I don't believe that. My dear subscribers, all I'm doing is zooming in. The rest is on Jack D, not me. While I zoom out, you can see It's all his doings. He could have got innocent cuts or he could have had a fight the night before. But the question is with who? Why did he come to the crime scene? To get an alibi? Why did the cops put you in the cruiser? Why did they ask Hunter to go downstairs? Is it because they already had a feeling? Did they sense that it was y'all? So you were the Mr. Crime of Passion, allegedly. Is that why you didn't pick up the phones when Kaylee and Maddie were calling you? What did Maddie tell Adam Jagdi? And why was Showalter threatening Maddie and Kaylee? Thank you, Idaho, Moscow, for releasing the body cam. I don't think I was imagining, after all. I still could be wrong, and I know there are some people who are still going to defend Jagdi. You'll see, I've zoomed it out. I'll just get closer to the picture without even zooming it in. Let's see what Jagdi has got going on with his hand. You'll see that. And why is he hiding the other hand? That man right there. Okay, he still has one hand hiding behind his back. Now let's see this hand. Oh my God. What are we seeing here? Look at his thumb. Does he have a band-aid? Or is his thumb injured? He has a nasty cut on his hand, I think. Did he forget himself and open his hand? So I personally believe the other hand that he's hiding is the hand that is more injured. So the person who told me yesterday that Jagdi's hand looks fine, I guess we all see things in different ways. We all analyze things in different ways. But this is clearly how his hand looks like. So let's stop defending people and find out the correct justice for these four poor victims. They were backdoored. Crime of passion. Jagdi, your DNA was taken when? In 2025, I believe? Wow. What is up with his thumb? What is happening here? Now it even gets worse. Let's zoom in. His hand is straight. Do you all see? There's something clearly wrong with his left hand. I guess he's been busy the night before. Did you fight Zana? It makes more sense that you could have disfigured Kaylee's face. Why is his hand so reddish in color? I think he still has dry red liquid on his hands. Please like, share and subscribe. Let me know what you'll think. Unless I'm seeing things, which I doubt, this man has injured hands. They shouldn't have been giving out blankets. They should have been giving out handcuffs, in my opinion. Why is he hiding his other hand is my question. Please let me know what you think. He never shows the behind hand, and the front hand looks like his fingers are cut badly. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is all allegedly, in my opinion, and nothing else. Crime of passion could have been a possibility. I've always said that. I agree with the mayor.